Okay, so hopefully I have your attention now and you're excited about making some more money. And so I wanted to talk about something that's extremely important. It's something that can really hold you back if you allow it to. And we need to get past this before we move on. And that is, as you try to better yourself and as you start taking the steps to become the person you know you need to be to achieve your ultimate goals, then you're going to have people that try to pull you back down. And it's like, if you've ever heard of the crabs, like the king crab fishermen, like deadliest catch. So those crabs, once they get in there, when their buddies try to crawl out, they pull them back in, right? Well, you're going to have some of that in your life. And that could even be a close family member. I've had close family members that have done that to me, and they're no longer a part of my life. And so are those tough decisions to make? Absolutely. Are you going to have to make them if you ultimately want to get what you truly want in your career, in your life, to be fulfilled? Yeah, you're going to have to cut some ties. Think of it like an anchor. There's certain people in your life right now that act as anchors, and they're just dragging you down. And as you make this decision and this choice, because the choice is ultimately yours, it's nobody else's fault. We take full responsibility for where we're at in our lives. It's nobody else's fault. Look yourself in the mirror and know that everything has happened in your life because of decisions that you've made. It's the reason you're not making what you want to make currently is because of decisions you've made. And I face these too. I face these every day. There's certain decisions that I didn't make fast enough early in my career, early in my business, that really has slowed me down. And it's totally my fault. So we've got to take responsibility. So we always have to look at ourselves in the mirror first and take full responsibility for where we are currently in our life. But once we've made the decision that we're no longer going to allow this to be our comfort zone, and we're going to get out of our comfort zone in order to achieve greater things in our life, then we're probably going to have to cut some anchors that are holding us down. And that's just part of it. The bottom line is, if they truly want good for you, then they'll understand. But the thing is they don't. That's why they hold you down. They want to keep you in their sphere of contact. If they see you start achieving and you start getting to a higher level of in your life, well, that's going to be, they don't want to. It's just sometimes because they love you and they don't want to see you go. But you need to go. You need to, and sometimes this could be a really tough thing, because it could be your spouse that is just negative all the time, that just will, steals your thunder when something exciting is happening for you. Could be your mother, could be your father, could be your brother, your sister. I'm telling you, whoever it is, you got to cut the anchor. You can have a real conversation with them and let them know, look, I can't, be honest, be open and honest. I don't want to feel this way when I'm around you, so please stop talking this way. And if they just can't and they won't, then we got to cut the anchor. But sometimes they will, because they do want to be part of your life, and they truly do love you. So always got to consider that. But before we move on, let's make sure we get this thing clear. Once you start changing the way you act and the way you think, your coworkers even, you may have some negative coworkers that you currently work with, and they're going to try to pull you down, and they're going to try to basically be an anchor. So we've got to make sure to stop. You within the service business, you don't typically have to deal directly with somebody most days. You go do your thing, you take care of your work. And but there are times where you do have to work with somebody, and that could be just a simple conversation with management saying, hey, look, I don't want to work with him, I don't want to work with her, she brings me down, this is not where I want to be, this is not the attitude that I want to take on. I'm looking to make some changes in my life. And so you got to be aware of that. So that's a tough one, because this one thing, once again, there's so many things that we're going to tie this all together, but this is something that could truly hold you back. You don't want, maybe it's you. Maybe you don't want to leave that pack that you run with, but if you ever want to be something greater than what you are, you got to get on a team that wants the same things. And if your current team does not want this and doesn't want to grow and succeed, then you're probably on the wrong team. So, that can be a difficult decision to make too. But it's one of those things. You have the power. You have total power. So you got to take control. Take full responsibility for what's going on in your life, where you're at in your life, and cut some anchors if you have to, and let's get going. So let's move on. Let's get on and get you some more money.